Hey everyone, welcome back to Anxiety Art Adventures. Hey Shooks, how's it going? It's been a week for me, I'll tell you that, but we'll get into that. I'm going to be doing a short WIP and chat today. WIP stands for Work in Progress, and I'd be thrilled for you to grab whatever you're working on, any craft, cleaning, watching TV, whatever, and just join along and listen while I ramble about my awesome week. Ha ha ha. But let's go over what I'm using. So the first thing I'm working on is obviously I'm still working on Halloween Dragonling from Craftably. I have not been able to diamond paint. I haven't had time. My goal was to really try and finish this by October 1st. Not going to happen. Too much going on. But that is the image of Halloween Dragonling from Craftably. This is a Jasmine Beckett Griffith piece. It is, of course, licensed by Craftably. Yes. Okay, camera. Okay. Now today I'm using cover minders from Bev. A friend of mine, Jill, sent me one, and from Cooper Coast Creations. This one says, "Not everyone likes me, but not everyone matters." Yes, ma'am. This one says, "You're doing great, bitch. Keep it up." This was a gift from my friend Jill. Love you, Shug. And this is from Cooper Coast Creations. Not to brag or anything, but I can forget what I'm doing while I'm doing it. And that has been my week, let me tell you. Okay, and then my wax. I am trying this for the first time today. This is from Crystal Trays. This is super sticky gem wax in black salt and cypress. So I'm going to try this in all of my pens in the single placers today. And one of the multi-placers, I am using the Crystal Trays Super Sticky Gem Tack in Fiji Pineapple Palm. And yeah, okay, that's wax. My trash drills are being kept in Bella Art Dana Cole small tray. This is fabulous because it has a top and I can keep it shut. Don't have to worry about cats getting to it. It's great. Okay. All right, my pens. Here we go, y'all. This is my brand new, gorgeous shell pen from Patriotic Team. Look at that detail. Oh my gosh. Camera doesn't want to focus, does it? Anyway, this is just fabulous. Love this pen. The detail in this pen, it is gorgeous. I did go ahead and put my last extra Texas tip that I have in this pen because I know I'm going to be using it often. So I'm using this for the first time today. I'm also using this one for the first time today. This is from C'est Plus Beau Tours. I know I'm butchering that, I'm sorry. I ordered this a while back and I figured I would go ahead and try it. So we're going to try this beautiful pen today. And then my Cooper Coast Creations. This is Sugar Sweet. Jennifer actually made this for me, which was so nice of her. I love their pens. Definitely check them out on Etsy. So those are the pens I'm using today. All right. What else do I need to talk about before we get into all of this? I think that's it. Full disclaimer, you're going to hear the cats going crazy in the background. Every time I turn the camera on, they want to act like complete fools. So you're going to hear them in the background. Yeah. Okay. We're going to start using my gorgeous pen. We're going to put these up here. All right. First thing let's talk about is my mom diamond painting. Okay, so she is almost done excuse me, with her Craftably Crabby painting. Y'all bear with me, I'm using this wax for the first time. And a little bit of residue, no big deal. She is absolutely loving it. And I mentioned in my last WIP and chat that her husband calls it pin cushioning. So now it's just an ongoing joke with us. So I call her and I ask her, I'm like, how's her pin cushioning going? But she's having a great time. She is running out of wax. So of course I have plenty of wax. I gave her more wax. She's not ready to try my wax yet. She likes sticking with the blue wax or the pink wax right now. Just that's easier for her, so it's all good. I'll show her different types of waxes once she's more comfortable. But yeah, the magnifying glass has really helped. She's not putting drills upside down anymore. And if she does, you know, it's just a few, and I can catch it for her and, you know, correct it. Just her eyesight is just so bad. She had LASIK surgery many, many years ago, and basically it worked for a while. Excuse me. Allergies, y'all. And now it's just her eyesight kind of went back to, you know, the way it was before. And yeah, she just has a hard time reading. She is wearing reading glasses, and like I said, the magnifying glass is definitely helping. So she is still enjoying it. So that is all that matters to me. And if she has questions, she, you know, asks me, or, you know, she's been actually looking at YouTube at things. So she's not very tech savvy. She's the type of person that, you know, she doesn't like new things that she doesn't understand. And I'm the same way. So trying to get her to navigate around YouTube has been a little challenging, but I usually just send her the link for videos for her to watch. Like I sent her Rachel Ray's, you know, first time, you know, diamond painting video, and she said that really helped. So yeah, anyway, she is really enjoying it. I'm just thrilled that she still is enjoying it. By the time you watch this, her birthday is October 1st, and by the time you all watch this, it would have already passed, but October 1st was Friday, and I was really busy that day with WeWax drop, and I'm sorry, her birthday is October 2nd, I'm so sorry, which would be Saturday, which was yesterday. So we are going to set up a day this upcoming week for her to come over and bring her diamond painting, and I'm going to make her lunch and, you know, have a nice lunch and diamond paint. Hold on one second. I'm going to fix my computer. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to put my fan on a cooler setting so it will be quiet. Or try to. Laptops are finicky. They need air, so. But yeah, so she's going to come over hopefully one day next week. And we'll have a nice lunch, and she wants to just sit and diamond paint and chat. We are not going to record it. She does not feel comfortable doing that right now. So I totally respect that and understand. So, and that way it'll just give time for me and her, like some quality time, you know. I haven't really had a chance to have that with her recently due to everything going on at my house. So yeah, we're going to talk about that. Okay, so last Wednesday, not this past Wednesday. Hold on a second. My husband's calling me. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry about that. Do any of you have husbands that just have to call you whenever they're in a store of any kind? Yeah, he's at Lowe's getting, basically we have salt that we have to pour into our water treatment tank. And he's there walking around trying to find it, and he calls me like, I have to find where the salt is. And yeah, anyway, like, I'm in the middle of making a video. What do you want? Okay, so now I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, I talked about Mom. Okay, so not this past Wednesday, but the Wednesday before that, our plumber came out and they brought a contractor with them. And they replaced our water line. They were here all day. And I will say, yes, my anxiety was high, but the way that they did it was actually really cool. So they took this, it's a pneumatic drill, and it goes under the ground. So they started at the meter up at the top of our driveway. It goes under the ground, under our driveway, and they come up underneath, you know, the foundation in our crawl space. And there was, you know, there was no mess in my yard. There was no, you know, debris anywhere. It was it was actually a very clean job. I was actually really impressed. There was a lot of, drilling and hammering and all that kind of stuff going on under the house, but it's okay. I had my headphones and yeah, I was trying to drown out that horrible sound, but we got that fixed, and that was $5,500. So we got that fixed. Everything works well. They tested everything before they left, and they went up to the road to check and make sure that the meter was not running when the water was off, and it was not. So that definitely, tells them that it was a leak in the main line. So anyway, that got taken care of. Okay, so that was last Wednesday. All right, Monday, I go down to the basement to get creamer, and it's a good thing I did. We have two refrigerators. We have one up here in the house, which is, it's actually a smaller fridge because they could not get a large size fridge into our house because of our door frames. Basically, our door frame was too small for them to get it in the house, and they would have had to go around the back of our house, all the way up our deck, through our sliding glass doors, and they refused to do it. So anyway, so we got a smaller fridge for upstairs. We put our old fridge where the ice maker was having issues down in the basement, and we just use that. We keep meat in the freezer in that, and extra creamer and milk and stuff in the fridge, and butter and drinks and stuff that we don't have room for up here. So anyway, I go downstairs and I went to go get creamer, and I was like, oh, I'll go ahead and grab some meat out for, to defrost some meat for dinner, tomorrow and stuff. Well, I opened the freezer, and it's a bottom pull drawer freezer. I opened the freezer drawer, and there's all of this like water sitting on top of our ice cream. And I was like, what? And I look in our ice bin, because we had the plumber fix our ice maker down there, and the ice was like melting. It was like turning into one big pile of just ice. I'm switching pens. This is the C'est plus beau à tours. I can't pronounce that. I was like, what is going on? So I look at oh crap, I just really did that. I look at the temperature, right? And the freezer is at like 28, which is bad. The freezer should be at like 0. And yeah, and the fridge was at like 36, which that's not too bad. But anyway, so it must have, whatever happened, it happened recently. So it's a good thing I went down there. So it was right before Adam got home on Monday. So I was pulling stuff out of the fridge and putting it in our chest freezer down there. And then I was pulling stuff up to put in our fridge up here. Long story short, our compressor went kaput on the fridge downstairs. So it's unplugged. It's sitting down there. I was like, man, when it rains, it pours. So we were looking Monday night. We spent a lot of time Monday night looking for a cheap fridge. Well, let me tell you something. A cheap fridge doesn't exist. Not when you buy it new. And I'm not going to buy a used one. I'm really weird that way. I don't mind buying a scratch and dent, but the scratch and dent that we had here in our area, it was a Sears scratch and dent. And it got bought out by another company. And yeah, anyway, long story short, we had a lot of gift cards to Home Depot because my family and Adam's family, they buy him Home Depot gift cards for his birthday and for Christmas, and he just lets them stack up so that he can, make a major purchase on something when he wants to. So we had like $300 in Amazon gift cards, in Home Depot gift cards. So we went ahead and put that towards a cheaper refrigerator. And let me tell you something. My personal advice, just don't buy a Samsung refrigerator. We have had three. All three of them have had issues. The one we have upstairs in our kitchen, yeah, our ice maker died like within 3 months of having it. And it would cost way more than what the fridge is worth to get it fixed. So that's why we had the ice maker fixed down in the basement, and it worked great. And then, yeah, then the compressor decided to go bye-bye. Oh, my life. So yeah, so we got a new fridge that's coming Friday, October the 8th. So when you watch this, it'll be coming, yeah, this upcoming Friday. And they'll take the old fridge away. Home Depot. We got it from Home Depot. The only thing I don't like about it is we tried to find a fridge for, $1,000 or under. Yeah, good luck with that. But we found one, but the problem is I don't like it because it's a black refrigerator. I don't like the dark color appliances. I'm just not a fan of dark color appliances. I don't know. But Adam was like, who cares? It's in a basement. I'm like, yeah, I know. So no big deal. But it's a Frigidaire, and it's a side-by-side, which I have not had a side-by-side refrigerator before. I've always had a, where the top is two doors that open up, like French doors, and then a bottom pull drawer freezer. That's what I've always had. So I have not had a side-by-side before. But it does have an ice maker. So all we got to do is have the people that deliver it hook up the existing water that's there, and that should work. Fingers crossed. So yeah, so that happened on Monday. Tuesday, that was my day. I was making wax, and Adam had taken off work because he had a doctor's appointment, and he needs to burn a lot of vacation time. He's been working at the same company for many, many years, and he never takes time off. So I think he's got to burn like 10 days between now and Christmas. So he had a eye appointment on Tuesday, and he just said, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and take the day off and just burn that day. And I said, okay, whatever. So he went to the eye appointment, and he was gone for a long time. I mean, longer than what should be for a normal, a normal eye appointment, where they're going to dilate your eyes, they're going to look, check your prescription on your glasses and contacts and stuff. But he was gone for a really long time, and I was like, okay, no big deal. So anyway, he gets home, and I'm a little worried, just so y'all know, a little worried. The eye doctor found a spot behind his eye, which he thinks it's a freckle. I've never heard of somebody having a freckle behind your eye, but apparently it does happen. The eye doctor told him, he said it's very common. It's when he looked at it on the screen, he said it's flat, it's not raised. He doesn't think it's any type of melanoma, but to be safe, he scheduled an appointment with a eye specialist at the Eye Institute we have here in Richmond in November. So he's going to go back and get some tests done just to make sure. So I was a little upset when he was telling me all that. We sat outside, I had coffee, and we do that in the evenings now after dinner. It's so nice here. The weather has just been gorgeous here. So we usually sit outside on the porch and just chill out. But yeah, I mean, he was telling me about it. He doesn't seem concerned. He said, you know, he can't feel anything. It's not affecting his vision in any way. So, yeah, so I'm going to try not to stress about it. I told him I would go with him if he wants me to on that day that he goes to the Eye Institute. And he said he'll just kind of play it by ear and see. I was like, well, you're not going to be able to drive if they're going to do all kinds of tests, and they're probably going to dilate you more than once. I really don't want you driving. So I'll probably end up, you know, driving him and hanging out with him while we wait for that. And he probably wouldn't get any results anyway until, you know, until later would be my guess. Yeah. I'm just worried, like, if they need to actually go in there and do... Did I tell y'all I was using a Mooney Maid tray? I can't remember. This is my newer, it's like an ice sparkle blue Mooney Maid tray. Love it. Yeah, my fear is just if they need to go in there and get some kind of tissue, like do a biopsy or something. Yeah, no. No. No needle near the eye. No. No, ma'am. No. I mean, no needles at all, but, I mean, near the eye? Are you kidding me right now? So, yeah, so that was on Tuesday. And then, of course, you know, I made wax for the drop that was this past Friday. By the time you all see this, it would have already happened. I'm recording this pretty early on Thursday, just because Friday's busy, and then I don't like recording when my husband's home on the weekend. Yeah, so yesterday was Wednesday. I had a siding contractor come out to the house. He's a roofing contractor. He's who we use for our roofing stuff. He's great. It's a family-owned, you know, small company. We really like to support small companies if we can. And so yeah, so he came out and measured and did an estimate for us for having our whole house replaced with vinyl. Right now we have cedar siding, which cedar siding is great if you actually keep up on the maintenance on it. Well, the previous buyers did not keep up with the maintenance on the cedar. I'll be really honest, we have not kept up with the cedar as much as we should. You really need to get it painted every, you know, 5 to 7 years. And we've been here 6 years. We haven't painted it. Excuse me. As often as you're going to have to paint it, I just assume, you know, go ahead and just get vinyl put on the house, because that way we, you know, it's maintenance free. You just have to power wash it. Okay, so we have a pretty large house. It's all one level, and it's like 4,000 square feet, and it's way too much house for just Adam and I. But I wanted to be in the same neighborhood as my mom. I just wanted to be close to her, and this was the only house that was available at the time that we were, you know, looking to move. And I didn't want to move twice. I didn't want to sell our house, get into an apartment, put everything in storage, and then move it again. I didn't want to do it. So, don't mind my computer. The house is great. It's fabulous. It's a lot of house. Well, it's a contemporary style house. So it's got it's an open floor plan, and it's got high ceilings. So not only would they have to obviously do the vinyl around, you know, the 4 sides of the house, we have different variations of roofs up. We have like 3 different roofs up top. You know, just different angles of the house. So there's a lot of roofing and siding up there as well. It's just a lot, is what I'm saying. So anyway, we we got the estimate back, and it's going to be about $29,000 to $30,000 to do it. Yeah. So I have another contractor coming out Tuesday just to give a comparison quote. We'll probably use, the guy that we always use, but I just want to get, you always want to get more than one quote on something that big of a job. I mean, really, I should get three, but I don't know of another contractor that I would trust. Anyway, but what I thought was crazy is when I was talking to our roofing contractor, he said the materials right now, to get any materials, is taking 10 to 12 weeks because of shortage on everything. Same thing with cars. They're having a hard time getting parts for cars. Just basically, materials are just really difficult to get right now. So it would take, he said, 10 to 12 weeks just to get the materials in from the manufacturer. And then, of course, we'd have to schedule the job. So he said that would probably be, another week or two for their schedules to free up. And then they would be here, he said, for at least a week. But this is like a big job where they're going to come in and like drop a dumpster, and, it's going to look like my house is under construction. The good news is, we thought we were going to have to rip off the cider, and, that would be a whole nother ordeal. There are only a few areas where the cedar has rotted. So he said that they'll just take off the areas that have the wood rot, and obviously, insulate and backer board and put up new vinyl in those areas. But you really want to keep your existing siding for insulation purposes. If you can, if it's, salvageable, you really want to keep that on there if you can. So, yeah. So we're probably looking at, if we go ahead with this, in the middle of October, I mean, we're looking probably January, February before it would get done. Which is okay. I mean, it is what it is, right? But yeah, it just seems like one thing after another, just one thing after another with home ownership. I told Adam, if we could move, I would totally move. As long as we could find something in this area, because I absolutely love this area. It's safe. It's out of the city. It's just, it's a beautiful area. But everything in this area for any type of newer home that would be like one level is just astronomical, you guys. Astronomical. I mean, we're talking like $600,000-$700,000 for like, a 2,000 square foot house. It's just crazy. So we keep going back and forth. We're like, okay, we'll just stay here, and with that extra money, we'll just hire somebody, to do, the exterior maintenance and the yard, because we have an acre of land, so it's a lot to keep up with. And Adam works full time, and it's like that's the last thing he wants to do is spend like an entire day working on the yard. Yeah, it's just a lot. So yeah, so that has been my week. The cats have been okay. They've been, running around like crazy. I actually found some pictures and some videos of them from when they were babies. And it's crazy to see how much they've grown and how different they are now versus when they were little. Yeah, it's crazy. I also found some pictures of Blue and some videos. So, of course, got a little teary-eyed over that, because I miss him every day. every day. Bella is doing so-so. I know I don't talk about Bella much. Bella is Adam's dog. She is an older rat terrier. She's blind and deaf. I mean, she's our dog, but she's very attached to Adam, and I did not have the same level of attachment with her as I did with Blue. Blue was my baby. He followed me around everywhere. He slept with me. He, cuddled with me. He was a mama's boy. But yeah, she's deaf. She's blind. We have to carry her, up and down the stairs now. Recently, she's gotten to the point where she doesn't even want to go down the stairs off the deck. And if you don't watch her, she'll just pee on the deck because she just doesn't want to go down the stairs. So, she's still eating, which is good. But at some point, I talked to Adam this weekend. It's a quality of life issue, and I'm just watching her. Oh, there's some. I'm watching her quality of life just degrade quickly. I don't want her to suffer. So we had that conversation recently, that it's a difficult conversation to have. But you always want to do what's best for the animal, not what's best for you. And I will say that is one of the hardest decisions to make. It took the vet to tell me it was time to let Blue go, because I couldn't do it. Yeah. So I think it helps to have an outside person, looking in on the situation, who's not as attached to the animal to tell you or to give you, like a veterinarian, to give you their professional opinion as far as what's best for the animal. So we talked about that this week. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. It is Adam's decision. It is Adam's dog. And right now, like I said, she's still eating. She is starting to have accidents in her crate. She stays in her crate pretty much all the time because that's where she feels safe. I mean, we leave the door open. She can come and go as she pleases, but she can't see anything, and she runs into things. She doesn't know where anything is. So she just, comes in from outside, she drinks water, and she goes and gets in her crate, and she sleeps there and just sleeps. She's doing a lot of sleeping. It's just the only downside of pet ownership is, when this happens. So, yeah. So just a lot been going on recently, but I'm hoping I can get this done. I only have these. Let me move this over. I have these two sections here to finish on this canvas. Hopefully I can get it done soon, because I really want to start working on my TSA gift from Stephanie and Rachel. I want to start working on that of Blue. But yeah. So anyway, I think that's all I have for you this week. I'm sorry this has been kind of all over the place and a little choppy with the interruptions. I apologize. I do want to say I had a subscriber, and I'm not going to name them because I don't know if they want to be named, reach out to me and ask me if at some point if I could talk about how I deal with my anxiety. So I am going to, I thought about it, and I was like, of course, I want to bring awareness to mental health. And if what I do to help me helps others, I definitely want to share that. So I will be, talking about that in an upcoming WIP and chat. How how my anxiety, quote unquote, developed, or at what stage in my life it started to develop, and how I went through figuring out the best way to handle it for me, and just how I cope with it, on a pretty much daily basis. So I will definitely talk about that, and I hope that can help others with anxiety. So that will probably be a topic for my next Whip and Chop. So if there is anything that you would like for me to talk about and share, please feel free to put it down in the comments below. Yeah, and I'm trying to get Adam to do a Whip and Chat with me. He's just really shy. It took a lot for me to get him to do last year's Christmas premiere. We did a Whip and Chat together. We did, voiceover while I was working on a diamond painting. I'm going to try and get him to do that again. It might be for Christmas, might be before then. I'm trying to get him to do a Whip and Chat, and then I thought it would be funny. I've seen other people do it, and I know it's copying other people, whatever. I don't look at it that way. I think it's hilarious. If a lot of creators could get their significant others or family members to do unboxings without knowing anything at all about what it is, how to use it, anything like that, I think it would be hilarious. The bad thing is Adam does know a lot about diamond painting and what it is and all of that, but I thought that would be kind of funny. I know watching other creators, significant others, unbox things was quite amusing. So we'll see. I'm talking to him about it. We'll see. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend and have a great start to your week. And I am sure I will see you again very soon.